This is a video for TikTok directly. Recently I was shown a video where this person fantasized about curb stomping a child for being a furry. I reported it. You said it's not a violation of your terms of service. I reported several videos of children glorifying Nazis, no violation. I also reported several accounts who have, in their own words, made a TikTok career out of harassing, bullying, and mock assassinating furries. No violations. Then I wear this, and I make content about news. And my videos are taken down, and when I fight and get them back, all of my content has to be approved by TikTok before it goes live, and you suppress my videos to followers only as punishment. I want to make sure we're on the same page. What you're telling me is that the physical object on my head and the gray matter inside of it is more dangerous and harmful than users who dog whistle for Nazis and wage hate campaigns and threaten violence against groups of people you find unmarketable. Understood. A follow-up from the last video. As I said, TikTok reviews everything I've released now. In this case, someone decided my last video was a content violation, citing hate speech. Of course, I appealed it, and of course they restored it. Someone suggested I turn off their closed captioning, so we'll see if that makes this video go smoother. You would think that the videos featured would also be clear violations, but as of now, the pro-Nazi videos are still live. The curb stomp video has 1.1 million views and has a sequel. This time he's fantasizing about curb stomping a girl, framing it in middle-aged Europe because TikTok can't hear dog whistles. And his defense? It's just a joke. I want to point out that my video was blocked for hate speech and not for any other reason, which makes me want to know, why are my videos being held for review? And while you're here, TikTok, why do you safe harbor Nazis and people fantasizing about harming others? I know you won't respond here, but your inactions speak volumes.
Oh, fun question. Let me introduce you and everyone else to a website called freesound.org. It's a site where people upload sounds of anything and hand it out to anyone to use. But before you start using it, always check the licensing. Creative Commons is the best, but there's a few with attribution requirements. Freesound.org is a goldmine if you do video editing on a tight budget. I've used this site for urban background noise, record scratches, and creating bass loops to say hello to Santa. And yeah, I've even found someone's homemade public address chimes. Sound effects are one of those things that you don't notice until it's not there. See? And freesound.org is a great resource for anyone who wants to up their video production. Now let's try that with some sound.
Does this make a difference? Considering your next comment down, obviously not. I've made videos about this before, but it's worth repeating. It wouldn't matter to people like you what I wear or if you saw my face in these videos. You entered determined to fight, right or wrong, and I know you're not going to change your stance, so you're not worth fighting. Mocking, sure, but not fighting. So, if the princess is quite done making a scene on her sibling's behalf, I have things to do today.
What exactly are furries? Well, if you ask 100 furries, you'll get 100 different answers on a similar theme. Furries are fans of anthropomorphic art in all forms, and after that, it splinters off into thousands of different directions. Some are fans of cartoons and animations, and some are more into the spiritual side of things, and some people just really dig animals, and some just like to create art, and some want to perform as big foofballs. And unlike other fandoms, we're not corporate-owned, so we're not limited to the vision of a single person, or a focus group's opinion on what is and isn't canon. Which is why it's hard to get a single answer, but that's a good starting point.
As an Afghanistan veteran, I cannot get over the ignorance of people thinking they put trackers in the vaccines. When I was in Afghanistan, we could barely find each other. We had Blue Force tracker computer units in every truck. We had Dagger GPS units that we carried on a platoon level, and they never fucking worked. Our government has a military budget larger than the next 7 countries combined, but they can't find a way to reliably figure out where troops are in combat. But yeah, Chad, they definitely have a satellite network following you around to find out how long you spent at that Arby's. Gotta find out how long Brian's been at the Tasty Squeeze. Way more important than figuring out where our fucking combat troops are. When I was there, one of our companies nearly mortared another one of our companies because they couldn't figure out who they were. But yeah, they definitely took that technology that already isn't working, microwized, made small, so they could stick them in regular Americans. Get over yourself!
No, you didn't. For those of you just arriving, I'm 3 videos into this guy, and I'm tired of being subtle. He doesn't want me to explain anything. What he wants is to set up a gotcha moment, a bombshell argument he's convinced will destroy me. But here, let me make it for you. Other thin line flags exist and are not used by racists. Therefore, his argument is that all thin line flags aren't racist. Checkmate. Except, if I were to put this flag in my background, nobody would come into my comments in all caps saying dispatcher lives matter. Nor search and rescue, nor park rangers, nor military, nor security, nor EMS, nor firefighter lives matter. They'd say blue lives matter. Or all lives matter. You fucking well know what the thin blue line is code for, and you fucking well know why it's being flown over the American flag in pictures like this, and you fucking well know why the insurrectionists on January 6th flew the thin blue line flag and no other one. Don't play stupid, and don't assume we're stupid. I assume you've heard of the sheepdog analogy. Police are the sheepdogs and they are the only line of defense to protect the innocent sheep from the bad wolves. In the analogy, it said that the sheepdog occasionally have to attack the sheep to keep them in line. If you're going to pretend to be surprised at that, don't. There's a retired army officer named David Grossman who trains police in something he calls killology. The art of the police using violence to be protectors of their flocks. And that includes on their flocks. But let's bring it back to the flag. It was probably coincidence, but the thin blue line flag has 3 colors. The sheepdog, the sheep, and the wolves. You seem smart. I don't think I have to connect the dots for you.
Did that person seriously bite through the wax coating of that cheese?
So here's the deal with my last video. My old fursuit, Candy Paws over here, hello. She was a part of a very dark meme on TikTok. Basically, a clip was taken from one of my YouTube videos. Candy Paws goes back to high school and was used for a joke about violence against furries, basically is what it is. The quote-unquote joke was about if I ever saw a fursuiter at my high school, this is what would happen to me. So many people got confused and believed what the TikTok was saying was that the suit belonged to him. Because of this confusion, many people made duets and used the sound to basically make TikToks of my suit and him together, claiming we're the same person. There'll be a part 2. This is part 2 of the viral video. So now, because of that confusion, there were hundreds and hundreds of videos out there with him and me basically combining us, claiming that we are the same person. Now, that is not true. Candy here has always and forever belonged to me and just me. Now, some information about that Pop-Tart boy that I showed you in the last video. He is now 18 years old and he had shot and killed a classmate named Kendrick Castillo. Kendrick tackled Pop-Tart boy, stopping him from basically hurting anybody else, but sadly the gun went off, ending his life. There was one victim and my heart goes out to his friends and family. So please stop spreading misinformation. Don't look at TikToks for facts and just do your research. Thanks for the likes.